All right, welcome back. Let's see what the message is for today. I will say I've been thinking a lot about the Five of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles just popped out. um, but I've been thinking a lot about the Five of Swords and the the fact you can't make everyone happy. At the end of the day, you need to choose what is best for you. And you need to make decisions based off of what's best for you and yours, and not necessarily what everyone's going to like. You're not always going to be liked. You're going to be the villain in someone's story. You may as well get what you want. Ten of Wands. This is burden. This is carrying a lot. And I'm hearing weighing the options as well. Yeah, I saw the Six of Swords earlier. But we have the Eight of Cups. We're leaving something behind in pursuit of something better. In pursuit of something we're more passionate about. Something that lights a fire. Creativity. But right now I feel like we're talking about this burden here. The Emperor and the Nine of Wands. You've been putting in the work. You're trying really hard to figure out the next steps. I'm also hearing the path forward. You know that something is coming. Something big. We have Judgment here as well. This is rebirth. Endings and beginnings. I feel like some of you might feel stuck. I'm hearing you can't force the issue. You can't force an outcome to appear. You just have to let it happen. But with the Emperor here, you are going to figure it out. You're going to receive the answers and the information that you need. And I'm hearing it's not going to be as much of a struggle as you think it's going to be. We have the Hermit and the Magician. We also have the Devil here. And in this in-between state where you're not quite there at the new, you're not quite in the old anymore, you're making that transition. And in this waiting period, this period of isolation as well, I'm hearing you are alchemizing. The word alchemy has been coming up so much lately. But you're transforming your fear into something that works better for you. And you're taking what is no longer working, and again, you're trying to make something of this, of whatever you have to offer. And I'm hearing someone say, like, anything to get me out of where I currently am. 444 on the timer as I said that. But this is also, with the Devil card here, this is also alchemizing, like, hurt and pain, generational cycles. And with the moon and the Five of Pentacles, I'm hearing you are turning them on their head. And the Knight of Swords is literally like on his head. You're turning them on their head in order to create something better for you. And I'm hearing the work starts internally first, and you've been doing the internal work first. And now you're trying, okay. They're saying you've seen your value, you've seen how much you have to offer, and you are starting to hold yourself in higher regard. So now your task is making your reality match 555 on the timer. Love that. Match what you know to be true, which is your worth, your value. I'm really loving this message so far. And also with the moon sideways, like you're figuring out a way out of here. You might not know every single step, but you're, especially with the Empress out here, you are, or not the Empress, the Emperor, I'm sorry, but you're figuring out a way out of, I'm hearing this madness, this mess. And some of you might not necessarily be at this point yet, because again, collective reading. So we're going to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But some of you might not be at that point yet, where you're at the I'm starting to figure things out phase. You might still be in the period of integration and integrating all of that healing work that you have done. And is the healing work ever over? No, definitely not. However, you can integrate what you've already learned, what you've already healed, and keep moving forward as you are tending to other parts of yourself. And as you go along this journey, you are still going to be finding different parts of yourself that, Knight of Pentacles, interesting, that need to be healed. And I mean, you'll deal with them accordingly is what I'm hearing. But the point is, right now, I'm hearing you have gotten rid of a lot of false narratives about yourself. By coming into yourself and being, some of you forcibly put into a hermit mode, you have seen the value that you have to offer, and now you are not settling for less. This could be work. This could be interpersonal relationships as well. But you are better able to advocate for yourself now than you were, I'm hearing, 6 months ago, 5 years ago. And I told you I was ruminating on the Five of Swords. It's been coming up all day. But you're starting to not care as much about what other people think of you because their opinions are not super valid to you anymore, because you have seen your own self-worth. And what's coming in because of this, because you're advocating for yourself and you're not willing, I'm hearing, you're not willing to stand for the bullshit anymore. You're turning the wheel of fortune in your own favor. You're calling back your power. You're calling in your karmic justice. And you're leaving behind people, places, situations. 11:11 on the timer, on my clock as I said that. You are leaving behind these places that are no longer fulfilling for you. And that in and of itself should be celebrated. And you might not know what's coming. You cannot probably see what's coming because we have the Seven of Swords, we had the moon out earlier. Like, but again, you have healed. I have so many cards in my hands. You have healed so much of yourself. You are choosing yourself. You have seen your value, and now, oh my God, the stuff that's going to be coming in because of this, because you are calling in your karmic justice. And I'm hearing, like, if you have not yet called your power back from people, places, situations that have taken your power from you, you need to start doing that. Okay? Because that's going to change a lot. But we have the Nine of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Cups. This is financial stability, this is emotional fulfillment. 1111 on the timer as I said that. We have the World and the Wheel of Fortune. And we also have the King of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Like, you're in pursuit of something so much greater here because you have seen your own internal value. Man, I did not expect this message to go in this direction. Death and the Page of Swords. Again, you advocating for yourself, you sticking up for yourself, you seeing the power and the value in your own voice, in your own, I'm hearing thoughts and ideas as well. Seeing that you have something else to offer is what's calling in all of this abundance that we just talked about. I'm hearing like true abundance. I'm hearing blissful. Real talk here. Getting there is not going to be without conflict. And I don't know where the Five of Swords went, but remember and keep in mind whose opinion really matters here. Someone over here just said, is it your boss's? Is it that friend that's always bringing you down? Or family member? Ooh, that was shady. There's is it that partner that doesn't support you? They're saying leave behind the thoughts, opinions, and feelings of others. Now, is that to say, like, go be a jerk? No. But again, we're talking about advocating for yourself here. What do you want? That's what's going to get you farther along this path. So, looking ahead, we have the Ace of Wands, we have the Five of Cups reversed, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. Honestly, the only five we haven't seen is the Five of Pentacles. Okay. There is a lot of new that will be coming your way as a result of this work you have done and are doing. But you, especially with these two cards right here, the Three of Wands and then the Five of Cups reversed, You are being asked to focus your attention ahead of you and not behind you. They're like, the answers that you seek don't lie back there, they lie in front of you. And with these two together, when I saw them laying on the table next to each other, I heard again that you are alchemizing that pain and that grief into something more prosperous for you. And again, they're just saying you hold value. Even if you're at the phase where you can't 100% see that yet, and some of you might not see it all the time. I'm a teacher. Not only that, I teach the arts. I teach like the performing arts. And I always tell my students, you are going to be your own worst critic. Every performer that I've worked with will always come off that stage saying, I could have done these things better. And I'll say, okay, but look at all the things that you did right or have been doing right. Is anyone perfect? No, absolutely not. Seven of Swords. This is what you can't see, what you don't know is coming in. I'm hearing you cannot see how your isolation is going to turn into prosperity. How your burden is going to turn into joy, happiness, abundance, fulfillment. And how advocating for yourself, sticking up for yourself, is going to lead to emotional abundance and prosperity. I'm hearing there is more here than meets the eye. I'm also hearing there's more to you than meets the eye. Never forget that you have something so beautiful, so genuine to offer. This message came through a couple weeks ago. It may not look to you how you think it's supposed to look or going to look, but something that can seem so normal to you is a blessing and a gift to somebody else and holds extreme value. Okay. That's where they are calling the message. So I will leave it there. But I love you. As always, I hope this helps. And I will see you next time.